listeners, welcome back
to the Fiction Friends podcast. I'm your host, Chance Love.
And I'm your other host, Mackenzie Lane, except I sound like I just dredged my face through a whole swamp. But I did not. I dredged my face through an apartment with a cat in it, and now my sinuses are full. So pardon.
Are full of cat? I'm assuming you were rescuing it?
Yes. I jumped into a burning apartment building. I got a phone call. They were like, "Hey, Mac, we need you to come and rescue this cat from an apartment." And I did it. Yeah, and I did that. And I had an allergic reaction to it because I'm kind of allergic to cats.
How allergic to cats? Allergic enough that it fucked up your sinuses, I guess.
Yeah, and my eyes get itchy and stuff like that. Not too bad. Like, I'm not gonna die. I mean, maybe if I, like, huffed a cat. Like, if... You know how cats do that thing where they, like, lay on your face and try and kill you in your sleep?
Yeah,
they're Aren't cats cute? Why do people like cats?
I don't know. They like to burr their head in the fur and smell the pheromones.
I don't want to... You don't talk about burying your face in pussy and smelling pheromones. Like, that's not like you smell the trichinosis. That's the disease your cat gives you.
Smells
so
like
you
I'm
love
getting
it more.
saner.
Yeah. I can't believe how not to alienate cat people, but dogs are better.
I'm not gonna say
rocks are.
I'm not gonna say either is better. I may prefer dogs myself, but I'm okay with cats.
I'll take a firm stance on that.
So tell me this, Mackenzie. Outside of going into a burning building, saving a cat, even though that you are allergic and prefer not cats.
Yeah.
Besides
they still deserve to live. Is the thing, you know? Like I'm not. When I'm anti something, I don't get vile about it. You know, the cat. I'd save a cat from a burning building. You know, you did,
according to your story.
Yeah. You save things you don't like from burning buildings because it's got the right to live. What else did I get up to this week?
Yeah, how was the rest of your week?
Shit, man, it's been pretty good. Been playing games that are like Minecraft, but not Minecraft. You guys remember Minecraft?
Yeah, I think it's still pretty popular. Like, what was it in beta for 10 years? Made it into everywhere?
I'm young enough that I played Minecraft in school like it was part of a curriculum at one point. In a classroom, I played Minecraft.
I'm so old that I played Minecraft at school and got beat up because I was a fucking nerd.
Yeah. Well, see, what a generational gap there. There's like a similar thing with Pokemon, I think. Similar shifts.
No, dude, everybody was cool with Pokemon. I remember when that shit busted out on the scene.
I don't know, I think it depended. Not everybody is down the trading card games, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess kids are always just like, well, they just want the cards. It's like, ooh, shiny, ooh.
Oh, yeah, they got the fucking lizard goblin brains. Yes, and I'm like, oh, yes,
shiny, must collect and acquire. Yes, shine.
Yes, would kill for.
I must protect these, but I will never use them.
Yeah, wild shit's gonna happen on the playground, man. You never know if fucking Tommy's got a
man, did it ever happen in your school where you weren't allowed to bring Beyblades anymore because people were gambling away their Beyblade parts?
I was from a very small place. So nobody was gambling Beyblades, but we did have things get banned for essentially trading. There was like I think there was a bunch of these different pens or something that for some reason just got in people's head. Everybody wanted these pens. People will go wild.
Were they like those Rubik's pens?
They were like those fucking gel pens with like the different colors in them.
Oh, yeah.
There was like metallic or like pearlescent ones. People got into it. People get into weird things. People used to collect pieces of cardboard, just like Pogs. Yeah, like I'm not talking about trading cards here. It's just like a picture of a fucking. I mean, people know what Pogs are, but like, think about how dumb that is, though.
Dude, I owned Pogs. I've played Pogs once. Like, there are official Pogs rules.
Man, I'm really slamming on people today. I'm coming down on cat people. I'm coming down on Pog collectors. Let me come down on something else real quick. I'm also going to be shitting on myself here, though, with this one. Funko Pops. Got shit on Funko Pops right now. They're the worst looking figures on planet Earth. I own a few of them because I think they're hilarious.
Oh, the pop figurines.
Yeah.
I've never bought one. I've been gifted them.
Yeah, well, you're not like a fanboy. And I mean, you're not like a materialistic person or anything like that. So
I mean, the one that I have, I keep. It's like, here's the thing, the one that I have is Jay and Silent Bob, like it's Jay. Like,
yeah, which is, that's clearly, you're so fucking old, dude.
Yeah. Here's the thing, people are like, who fucks Jay or Silent Bob? It's watch Clerks, watch Jay and Silent Bob Straight Back, watch a lot of Kevin Smith movies. Don't watch Cop Out.
See, I'm hip.
There's my hard take.
Yeah,
Don't watch Cop Out.
That's not. It's a pretty easy take, if I'm honest. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I'm hip with the youth. My Funko Pops are Digimon mostly because I think the Funko Pops that aren't people look better because they don't all look exactly the same, just like reskinned, recolored or whatever. I understand that that's like a stylistic choice, but man, that's not a great collectible. Like if you're into collecting figurines, collect a nice figurine. Yeah, like go all the way. Build a Gundam. That's like what I miss when nerds had to like put the work in. I miss when D&D was hard, when nerds had to put their figurines together and paint them by themselves. You know, that was a different time for nerds.
They still do have to do.
Yeah, but those are like but those aren't like cool nerds. It's not sexy to like have your fucking super specs on in your basement huffing your like ethanol paints.
I don't know,
your
man.
Warhammer
paints gets me pretty turned on.
Your Warhammer 40k. I mean, if you take that stuff and you pack it in your lip and you baby bird it into a tray, you can paint with it. It thins it just perfectly.
They used to do that in watch factories. They would tell the girls with the luminescent paint to lick it so that it would clean off.
That was like a whole suffrage movement with those radioactive women.
And then they all got cancer and sued the government.
Yeah, they did. Very sad, but moral of the story is you can baby bird radioactive materials too much. So be careful when baby birding radioactive materials.
I would say any amount of radioactive material is not a good amount of baby bird. Baby bird safe.
Well, I mean, like certain radioactive materials are relatively safe to handle.
You want to know what's safer than radioactive material? Skull.
A nice fresh tin of skull, cracked recently, not anywhere near a radioactive site.
Yeah. Contains 100% not radioactives. Except
for maybe americium or something like that. That's like some of that stuff. Yeah, it's a little radioactive, but not a radioactive isotope, I'm sure.
So, Mackenzie, last time we heard the thrilling conclusion.
I'm sorry, I have to stop you. You asked me what I did that week, and I talked about it. We went on. I don't know how you did this week. I gotta ask you. The people want to know. Oh, man, how is Chance doing this week?
Chance is doing pretty all right. I've kind of went on an exodus, done a lot of traveling in the last little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see a lot of people.
You're like the Exodus. You're like the part of the Bible where you're
wandering the desert.
You're wandering through the desert. Did you see a burning bush?
I drank from a cactus and I saw a lot of them.
You sometimes you will see things if you drink from the cactus. Sometimes you need to. I hear it's traditional to stare into the sun when that's happening.
Yes, well, that way the Lord Ra can give you information directly into your eyes.
Yeah. Everybody knows Ra, god of putting information into somebody's eyes.
God of the sun. The sun gives me strength.
Yeah.
You have to make that connection. It's like
everything that gives you cancer makes you stronger, i.e. the sun, skull. Need I say any more?
My glasses, because I don't see very well. Did a lot of sun staring.
Yeah, fair enough. Sometimes you got to get a good look. So that was you this week. You did a lot of sun staring.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. My first pair of glasses, I just put magnifying glasses to my eyes.
And was the traveling all good? I mean, the weather outside. I'm not going to talk about the weather, but
the weather outside is shitty.
And we live in a place where it almost always is. Yeah. Life.
Did you hear about the new primaries?
The new primaries.
Yeah. Let's see, like
there
was red, green, and blue, but now we've got a s'morange.
Yeah, we've got a s'morange.
Yeah, s'morange is a new primary.
Yeah, I believe that. S'morange.
Yep.
Is he gonna what's his platform?
I don't know. He's not really a mixture of two colors, but he's used to make a lot of different colors. He's used to make octarine. How
does he feel about other colors though?
I don't know.
Because I know a particular orange fellow that doesn't feel so good about other colors.
He's not orange. He's s'morange. Sorry, he is orange. This is s'morange. Orange is not a primary color. Orange is a tertiary.
All right. See. Like Andrew Yang. I don't want to. Anyway,
I think he'd actually be primary color.
I don't. Well. What is he? He's a. Anyways.
Mackenzie,
We clearly know what we're talking about.
At the last week, we got to hear the thrilling conclusion of your story. We got to hear about. Hopefully, we'll see more of Rob Boss.
Yeah, but it's very unlikely that we'll ever see more of Drog because he was dick tortured to death.
I really want to see more of the long-nosed toads.
The Gorple.
Gorples, yes.
Yes. The Gorples. See, their best feature is that because they're like the toads that you can lick them and get high, which don't do that. It's dangerous. Some toads are poisonous, and some of them store eggs on their back, and you don't want to. Think about the animals, really.
Yeah,
Would you want to be picked up by a giant and licked? No, so don't do it to the animal.
There are people who would like that.
Okay,
Brandon Braga from Star Trek, he would love that.
Okay, all of you people out there with a vor fetish, whilst I'm stomping on people this episode, and you people with a crushing fetish, stay out of there. I'm not stomping on you. But find better things to like.
Well, no, here's the thing. I'm totally down with them liking whatever they want, as long as it doesn't impede what I like.
So, as we were saying, he's a toad that you can lick and get high, but the best part about them is they lick themselves and they also get high. So when you try and have a spirit journey through them, the whole experience is kind of double psychedelic. As you found in a lot of my stories, I like to double down on things. You can be double dead. Double crimes exist.
Skeleton ghosts.
You can be a skeleton. Yeah, there's all these things. So yeah. Last week that was the story I brought, and we had some prompts for this week. We made prompts. We always say prompts. Maybe one day when we have an audience that wants to tell us things, they'll give us prompts. But for now, we're choosing them. And I gave you the most excellent prompt of a great oak tree. And
then I gave the prompt of necromancers.
Yeah, so once again, I potentially gave the less not quite as spicy. It's more like this is a thing that you have to fit into the story, and you're like, the story was going to be about a necromancer. I wrote a story about a necromancer. It's not about the tree. The tree is a fixture, but, So really this time, my goal at the end, well, obviously I want to entertain with my story, but that at the end of this story, at the end of us telling our stories, I'm finally going to give a good prompt. Do you believe in me?
I believe in life after love, so I do believe in you.
Okay. That's a start. Are you ready for my story?
I am ready for your story.
Is everybody else ready for my story? Maybe. It's titled, Like Father, Like Skeleton. Alright, gather close now, everyone. Are you comfortable? Got a drink? Mm-hmm. Look, I'm not a narc. You got that good? That devil's lettuce. Some of that jazz cabbage? A little bit of that wacky tobacco? Oh no, man. I'd have to tell you if I was a cop. I'm just a story wizard. Trying to get by. We cool?
We cool.
Okay then. I guess we can check out a new tale. Simply gaze through the hotbox smoke. Peer into a room filled with gray mist. There is a man shrouded in dark robes with his back turned to us. His hood obscures his face and his arm sure is moving fast. Dude, are you...
Ah! Why didn't you knock? The sign on the door clearly says, probably Jack in it.
Oh shit, man. Sorry about that. We didn't use the door. We got this cool peeper portal, and it zoomed in on you strangling your wrinkly clam hammer.
Well, get the fuck out already!
Dude, we're already along for the ride. You just keep doing you, but maybe don't jerk the old merkin-gherkin for a bit. The writer is trying to lean away from cock content. He thinks he's an intellectual or something.
What a pretentious pee hole.
My feelings are devastated right now.
Dude, you want them to talk to you like that?
These guys are really... Oh, I feel shredded. I'm gutted right now. Oh my goodness. My own characters are so fucking mean to me.
Does it say boom roasted next?
It does say my feelings are truly assaulted.
Well, I guess I'll get back to it then.
What felt like 69 minutes later, the Necromancer finished masturbating. Then he washed his hands, because he's, and I quote,
not a fucking savage.
I really hope y'all didn't watch that, because he's probably the oldest Necromancer I've ever seen. His hood came off halfway through, too. You could see every liver-spotted inch of his lustrous dome.
Ugh.
And every dry bone goo in his necro beard.
Ugh.
Fuck off, okay? This is just my regular beard. Calling it a necro beard is whizzist.
Do you like whizzist?
I do.
That's a pretty good one.
He's whizzist. Just because you're a story wizard, you think you can push me around? You no life having, no talent having, no prospects having, sad sack of sad shit. So maybe step off and tell me what the story is about, so I can get on with my important research. Yeah, that.
I was stunned. No one had ever snapped at me out of...
And don't fucking narrate over me!
Oh. Right. Well, it says here the story is about rekindling a damaged or strained relationship with a loved one. Whoa. Heavy. Ring any bells for you?
Only every relationship I've ever had, boy. I'm a hard man. And I live hard. If people don't like that, then they can frick right the frack off.
Well, the title of the story is probably a good hint. Do you have a skeleton?
Oh shit. We should probably change the narrative viewpoint for a bit. I've got to get my coat.
He's just still sitting in him.
He's like, I've got to get my coat.
The Necromancer swiftly produced a small, leather-bound tome from deep within his hanging wizard sleeve. I like wizard sleeves. They're great. You can just find anything in there.
Yeah, it's magic.
I think we should bring wizard sleeves back into fashion.
Dude, did they ever leave?
I mean, you don't see a lot of people wearing like long sleeve shirts that are just like the oh my goodness, the sleeves themselves are just like long and baggy. Like that's what I want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you may not see him, but no one's gonna fucking shit on you if you got him. You want to wax? They're like, that dude's a fucking wizard.
That guy's probably hiding a gun in there.
Or two swords.
Swords, just katanas. Yeah, well, you guys were... While you were all podcasting, I studied the blade.
It's my Genkai!
Oh my god, it's my Masusanoo.
So he pulls this leather-bound tome from deep within his hanging wizard sleeve. Then, after pulling his wizard parka... It has a pointy hat for a hood. But it's a parka. It's like, it's got a fur, like, tufts along the brim.
Okay, but it's on the parka.
Yeah. And he's wearing that over his robe. After pulling his wizard parka, after pulling on his wizard parka, he opened the book to find the spell he needed.
Oh yeah, let's try Southern Rock Teleportation Spell. AKA, take me where I want to go, country roads. AKA, take my Chevy to any levee I want.
I was digging for that. The Necromancer cut two large, jagged symbols in the air before him. Swelling from these rifts in space came a riff so honky-tonkin' and dick-slingin', it'd make your mama say, "Boys, go get your skull, 'cause we're gonna be filling mud jugs all the way to the ZZ Top concert." And you know your mama can't resist baby birding a whole jug of snooze spit into a country rocker. Mom, no, don't say that. Oh, you don't want to hear your mama say that.
You don't want to hear her say it, but man, some people hear her.
So, in case you couldn't tell, the two jagged symbols he Scratch into the air. It's 2 Z's.
Nice.
It's 2 Z's. Then in a voice, tainted in the telling drawl of the elder tongue, he spoke the incantation. Could I get a big slinging dick riff? Some mouth guitar in here? Or we could edit in guitar. We could do it in post, but... I'm shuffling through the Texas sand. My head's in Mississippi. Oh, the bony blues got a hold of me. Believe I'm getting dizzy. The incantation had barely left his lips when, in a miasma of exhaust fumes, burnt rubber, and roaring engines, the necromancer teleported far away. Presumably, to wherever the fuck he needed to be. 'Cause damn, that spell was fucking cray. While the portal tries to locate him, I suppose we have somewhat of an intermission. So how's everyone doing? Drink enough water today?
I think so.
Get a few good meals in?
At least one.
Call a loved one recently?
Yeah.
It's good and it's important to do that. Oh, look at that. We've got a lock on him. Within a dwarven keep, there's a lonely patch of nature, striking out against the cold, unforgiving stone of the mountain. Here stands the necromancer, upon the roots of a colossal oak, its branches visible in the pitch-black expanse of the geofront, only for their own bioluminescence. So it's a huge glowing oak. Its branches visible, hundreds of feet above. The leaves of the oak were verdant stars, raining down their shimmering pollen upon the rickety wizard. Basically, the scene was fantasy as fuck.
Fuck off. This is just glittery tree jizz. Not everything is romantic all the time, William Shakescuck.
Okay, I love that the necromancer's just like, fuck you, narrator.
Yeah, he's a hard one to deal with, this old necromancer. Like, he will roast you at any opportunity. He'll be jerking his fucking merkin gherkin.
And man, here's the thing, can you imagine waking up one day and all of a sudden a dude's fucking narrating you?
Yeah, it's like, fuck, I'm in a story. Like, this has probably happened to this necromancer a few times. He's old. He's been a wizard for a while, and there's a lot of stories about wizards. You know, story wizards, they really got a bad rap, though. Like, I do feel bad for this guy. So yeah, this is just glittery tree jizz. It's hard to say. I read a lot of stuff that's hard for me to say. Like, after I've had a glass of milk, you know?
Yeah.
But then now I'm all stuffed up, so, oh boy, it's a challenge. So, bear with me, people. I do love you. I hope you like the story.
Not everything is romantic all the time, William Shakescuck. This is the magical oak tree that my most bothersome child has had to be sealed away in. Well, technically he was encased in stone, and then sealed away in this tree. But my bone daddy always told me not to sweat the small stuff,
said the necromancer, as he cracked his knuckles in like 7 different ways.
Oh yeah.
Including that one really cool way. You know the one.
Where he like shifts his hands up and it's
it's like where you just take your thumb and you just like snap them. Oh, yeah, it's like the guy in Tokyo Ghoul. Does Rock Lee, does he have a way that he cracks his knuckles in Naruto or something like that?
I don't think he does. Or if he does, he might even just like crack him by like squeezing fists.
Anyways, it was the really cool way. There was seven different ways, so you know it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you're trying them all out.
The old man then plunged both of his hands into the oak. The tree issued forth in return a blast of frost, so cold it'd make you Dimitri say, "Anastasia, I write this knowing I may never write again." Anastasia, I write this knowing I may never write again. The Siberian winter is upon us, and Stalingrad is behind us. The frost crusted over the necromancer's... Weird that would cut in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta be careful with your Dimitris. The frost crusted over the necromancer's beard and turned his skin blue. Then he pushed deeper into the oak, until finally he grasped onto a bony hand from within. Nearly encased in ice, the wizard pulled back with all of his sub-10 strength score. And yet, with his magic, it was enough. With a pop, crack, clatter, and the sound of a xylophone being smashed with a sledgehammer.
As it does.
As it does. I mean, there's a skeleton here. The two were no longer being assailed by the frost. I'm gonna have to find a skeleton voice here. Could you give me a sample for a skeleton voice, maybe to go off of here?
Hey boy. Oh, yeah,
see?
yeah,
like
you're
that.
going up
Okay,
here.
okay. Alright.
Dad, is that you?
Chattered the Skeleman.
Father, I'm so cold. I think I'm fading. How many times do I have to say it? You're already dead, you numbskull.
Yelled the old wizard, between fits of shivering. Quite offensively, too, because numbskull is kind of bonused.
Whoa, old man. That's pretty bonused. I never asked to be unalived, okay? So eat my ass. And you know what? I know my ass is just some dirt near a grave somewhere. I'm saying you could eat that dirty ass dirt, you dip.
Snapped the skeleton.
Dirty ass dirt.
That dirty ass dirt, you dip.
You ungrateful bone chode,
replied the indignant patriarch. Bone chode is a good.
Bone chode's real strong.
Well, at least I don't jack it in a lonely-ass wizard tower all day. I do stuff. You call getting sealed away in a magic tree doing stuff? Your brother Cobra? Now he does stuff. He's out there smoking crack and suiciding Epstein like a good Skeleboy.
For all you
truthers,
Viper listeners that know the deep cut references with Cobra there.
Don't compare me to him, I know he's perfect!
Screeched the skeleton as he started to windmill both of his arms towards his father.
What's my fucking name?
He screamed.
Fucking hat skeletons!
Cried the wizard as the many strikes of Bone Fist turned him into paste.
He had hats? Yeah, how many hats?
The now gore-covered bone patricide reached down, removed the parka hood, and placed it atop his stack of 7 hats.
Oh my god!
The twist was hat skeleton.
Hat Highlander skeleton.
Yeah, boy.
Is that the end of the story?
That's the end of the story.
Oh my goodness, that was a great story, Mac.
I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun writing that one.
I love that right at the end. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, man. I mean, the moral of the story, if there's a moral of the story, you don't need to compare people like that. Everybody's their own person.
It's true.
This is unfair.
Or Skeleton.
And Cobra is perfect. He's out there smoking crack and suiciding Epstein.
You mean Viper?
Well, I mean, Cobra was the name of the skeleton. But yes, Viper is... Woo! That's the joke!
Whoosh!
So
yeah, great story, Mac.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Do you have any favorite parts? Anything you'd like to comment?
Well, here's the thing, like the whole like deep cut right with that Cobra and like suiciding Epstein. I thought that was great. Honestly, the fucking 69 minutes jerking off.
Yeah, I was really channeling. I was trying to channel some jokes in here. I went through. Honestly, I went through the story, and this is kind of indicative of this kind of story to a certain extent. But I'll write a chunk, and then I'll read through it, and I'll be like, "Can I fit more jokes in here? Can I fit more bits in the story?"
I've had the times where I'm like, "Where can I fit this bit into the story?"
Yeah, I enjoyed jumping around with the writing style, but actually kind of being able to justify why the story your perspective, why the perspective shifts.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a super jarring thing to read, but I think performing it in audio like this works pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was a fun story to tell. I hope it's a fun story to listen to for everybody who got to listen to it. Like I tried to cut back on the content. There was a few dick jokes. I did come up with Bone Chode as a new. There was a few different dick. I did say Wrinkly Clam Hammer.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with a dick joke.
Yeah.
Dick jokes are classy.
Dick jokes are classy, and I'm about expanding people's vocabulary.
Yes, descriptors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. People don't know enough words. Honestly, most people don't even know what a merkin is. Probably, for all you listeners out here who don't know what a merkin is, it's a pubic wig.
That exists.
We have a word for that. Those are real.
So Mackenzie,
yeah,
the story I brought today doesn't actually have a title.
I'm shocked and amazed. How has this story so epic, this tale of time?
It's absolutely a tale.
Not had a title.
Well, here's the thing. I thought about calling it Blood Eagles are the coolest way to kill a guy too.
Just use that as a title, like whenever you just don't have one, or whenever it doesn't have to have anything to do with the story.
Yeah, well, that entire thing it should be anthology, so it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, of course. They're just vignettes. That's it's a vignette collection.
Without knowing anything about this story, I need you to give me a title indicative of necromancers and an oak tree.
Okay, I'll give you a title for this story. I'm gonna say that this story is called Wuhan Bone Train.
Wuhan Bone Train. Mm-hmm. Way of the Fist.
Yeah, there we go. Way of the coronavirus. Dude, don't cough at me. Are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to kill me right now?
Well, yeah, it's like my breath weapon. It's a disease.
That's the Wuhan dragon breath weapon.
Yep. All right.
Not to make light of tragedy. Let's make light of tragedy. Let's get into this story.
So, one more time. The story's name is...
Oh, I'm supposed to remember it for more than a few seconds?
Yes.
Oh, well, clearly it was Wuhan. Wuhan.
Shuffle?
Wuhan something.
Wuhan Shuffle, the way of the fist. All right.
Yeah, here we go.
Wuhan Shuffle in the ways of the fist. The stars of Valyun never seemed as bright as they were in this autumn evening, except for that time when your grandpa told you about it because his boomer ass remembered when the earth didn't suck because his generation fucked it up and he unflinchingly blames the new generation.
Yeah, because leaded gas was a thing that we did.
Yeah, it was. As an elf set his bonfire and removed his helmet, he looked to the sky. The stars are obnoxiously bright, and it's distracting as fuck. His words were stolen from him as a bony hand clasped his ankle and forced him underground, finding no solace in his dirt coffin, however succumbing to the earth's grasp helplessly.
Oh my goodness. Wait. Stars are a little too bright. That's kind of one of those things, like, hasn't gum gotten mintier lately?
Yeah.
What a complaint to have. Like, is he just like a complainer? Is that like his thing? Is he...
Or they could be obnoxiously bright. Like you look on, it's like really I could bright. Not go. Yeah, I can't. It's like falling asleep under a bunch of LEDs.
Oh man, that would really suck. Man, that's a good thing for a Call of Cthulhu campaign. The stars are just so bright, it's uncomfortable to go outside.
70 years earlier.
Oh my gosh.
Sycamore Bindleman was a cleric of the forest, and he was on...
No. You have to stop. Say that name again, slowly.
Sycamore Bindleman.
Bindleman? Does he come from a long line of Bindlemans? Are these, like, hobos by lineage?
Yeah, well, some people's, like, last names are, like, Smith, and it's because their elders were Smith. Well, his elder was a hobo.
They're just... But, are they, like, a lineage of hobos? Like,
who is to say?
Oh, my God. Bindleman. And the first name? Phineas, you said?
Sycamore.
I don't know why I had Phineas on the brain. I'm just thinking about Phineas.
Yeah, and Ferb.
Yeah.
So Sycamore Bindleman. He was a cleric of the forest, and he was on a quest to eliminate an old necromancer named Old Necromancer.
I shit you not. My necromancer was also named Old Necromancer. It just never got brought up.
Sycamore was a human, over 2 meters high and 20 stone, with one large matted mass of hair that he called a dread, but looked and smelled exactly like a taint, and a set of armor that looked a little worse for wear, and smelled exactly like a taint.
I love
Spending years inside.
Wait, does his dread, so like is it like troll hair? Does it like all go up into a spike, or does it like bend backwards? Is it like Link's hat?
Yeah, see, I was kind of imagining it downwards, but also, like, you sleep on it, so it could just be, like, building out into a corner, like, essentially like a burrow.
It's like a spike sometimes. It is like a weapon, though.
Yeah, it's just kind of there.
Does it smell like taint because it has, like, been in his taint? Like, I don't know how long it is, or, well, in his taint, on around his taint? Because he brushed his taint with his hair, is what I'm asking.
His hair's about shoulder length, so I don't think he has, but it's a big dread.
It's a lump. It's a dread.
Yeah.
Okay, and his armor also smells like a taint?
Yes. Wow. It's hard to call it armor, because really...
Yeah, what does it look like?
It's pretty much just like a leather strip this way.
It's like barbarian armor. It's like I'm wearing a belt on my muscular bod.
It's like a leather sash, but that is what's left of leather armor.
Oh, I see. So at one point he was wearing armor, but he just got like too swole for it.
No, just kind of
it just rotted off of
him.
God, gross.
So it's kind of like Willie Nelson's guitar Trigger. It's the only acoustic he's ever owned, and this is the only leather armor he's ever owned.
My goodness. And it's called... Does his armor have a name?
No.
The Stink Mitten.
Stink Mitten. That is the name of it.
Legendary artifact. Stink Mitten. It gives you +2 to being fucking disgusting.
To being really gross and sweaty. That might come up.
That's like a sports player's lucky gym shorts or something like that.
Ooh, yeah.
That's like a lucky jockstrap.
Yeah, there's my lucky sock.
I remember not washing my jersey for like an entire season when I was playing rugby, and that was, oh boy. There was a guy who did that for like his whole uniform, and his socks were deadly.
Oh, I imagine.
And crusty.
Anyway. Sycamore had spent years inside the clerical brotherhood before the untimely end of his entire priesthood to the hand of old Necromancer.
Wow.
Sparing only him in some lucky case of plot armor and some lengthy recovery time, Sycamore had finally tracked the old Necromancer to an old oak forest a few miles from town. It's like
a Goku comeback. Like he got put into the rejuvenation pod for a bit, and now he's coming back to kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Is he a Super Saiyan now? Is he like a super cleric?
He might be.
Oh damn.
Tracked him down to an oak forest a few miles from the town of Flum, when he was feeling the dirty, sweaty clamminess that he thought was from being so close to avenging his holy order, but was more likely because he was closer to a condensed fart than a man. But hey, whatever. You gotta tell yourself that, man.
Gross.
Do it to get by.
Man, what a gross dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't got time to do a thing.
Yeah.
Also, here's the thing. I'm almost imagining, like, there's snot and just, like, other shit up there.
Well, it's like pitch. Like, he's a forest cleric, right?
Yeah.
So he's... Yeah. Oh, man. Does he have a squirrel in there?
He might.
A squirrel corpse?
A couple squirrel corpses, probably.
A merc monk.
Yeah, a cocoon. A beating cocoon.
There's a gorple in there.
Sycamore stomped through the woods in a determined forwardness. But he was stopped abruptly by the sound of a whimper behind him. As he spun around, he saw the saddening cry that was from a treant sapperling. He dropped to one knee. Small child of the forest, what is distressing you? They cut up my parents in front of me. They dragged them away from here. A waste of life. I am sorry you had to witness this, my child. What is your name? I'm Twiglet, mister.
Twiglet?
Would you be able to help me? My name is Sycamore, kind lad. However, I may not be able to return your parents to you, but I will deal out the necessary toll in their name and in yours. But you can't bring them back? Not that I can promise. But it doesn't mean that I'm not trying to, young one. Be careful, sir. Sycamore stood up, took his holy symbol off, and placed the neck twine around little Twiglet. May the light protect you. Sycamore continued his walk through the forest.
Sorry, I'm over here weeping. Wow. This is a serious cast.
It's gotta be emotional baggage.
Poor little Twiglet.
Little Twiglet, yeah. Here, I'm rooting for him. He's got a necklace now. It's gonna protect him.
But like the guy who gave it to him is a condensed fart of a man.
Here's the thing: twigs aren't gonna notice that. Twigs don't have noses.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so he's gonna look at him. He's gonna be like,
"Oh man,
yeah, this forest man is helping me."
Oh my gosh.
Sycamore continued on his walk through the forest, this time tracking the gashes left by the dragged trees, grabbing a handful of dirt and rubbing it into his face fervently. He reached the top of the hill, revealing a mill at the bottom.
He just rubbed the dirt into his face.
Yeah. Instead of...
Hell yeah. I love just scraping dirt all over my face.
It happened. He reached the top of a hill, revealing a mill at the bottom near a creek. They steal the families and process them for profit. The lives of humans and dwarves alike are so short, yet we steal the lives of the ancient for short-term profits and storybooks, but never stopping to think of the stories these people could tell if you only listened. Sycamore curled into a ball and rolled down the hill, gaining speed.
Just like a Kung Fu Panda,
like Sonic.
Just tearing down the hill. Okay, is he like digging a trench through like down the hill as he goes? Just like tearing up shit, anything in the way?
Well, let me know. I'll let you know.
It's like the Juggernaut.
Rolled up into a ball, gaining speed, passing by a guy trying to show off his sweet board tricks to some ladies and totally eating it like a jive-ass punk, and hitting a rock, causing him to shoot into... like a jive-ass punk. While this was happening, Sycamore hit a rock, causing him to shoot into the sky, rocketing for the mill like an asteroid. Sycamore quickly switched to his flying squirrel position and pulled out a pile of leaves from his pockets, stuffing one into his mouth and a clump in either hands, muttering something to himself. As he got close to impact with the building, he slapped his hands together, and the second he made contact with the wall, he was transformed into a pile of leaves!
Leaves. Just slaps right into a pile of leaves.
And negating the damage in a theatrical and probably unneeded show of power, but that's fantasy for you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we both had a thing where it's just like, so basically it was fantasy.
Yeah, this is fantasy. As he turned back into a man, Sycamore immediately and stealthily made his way down as he saw a group of dwarves there sawing up wood in an assembly line, half-assed, and the smell of week-old macaroni salad wafted into Sycamore's nose. He held back his gag reflex at the implication of what that mossy waft must mean.
They're making gnomes down there.
As the drunk-ass dwarves were doing their piss-poor line with all that primordial gnome scoby drifting about.
Gnome scoby!
Yeah!
Oh, God!
Sycamore brought his mace down across the collarbone of one of the dwarves, causing him to collapse in an uproarious cry as the other millwrights realized what happens. Holy crap there, Gov! Why on earth would you be doing that, you scabby thing like shit? You kill, rape, and pillage the forest for your personal gain, and I refuse to hear the voices of its inhabitants, so you will be tried and shown the same mercy. The fuck you on about that, mate? These are just trees. And you are just flesh, as the mace comes down once again on the back of the dwarf's head, crashing him through the floorboards and right into the macaroni trough. Gross.
Oh, God.
I have that there.
That's awesome. Oh, dude, that's primordial as fuck, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you hit him. Sycamore didn't enjoy the bloodshed, but it was a necessary evil to fulfill the better good. However, his mind quickly shot back to old Necromancer. This is the bloodshed that he will enjoy. He left the gore that was the sawmill and proceeded farther into the forest. He could smell the death.
Twiglet has been avenged.
Yes, Twiglet has been avenged. He went into
Subquest complete.
Ding! 600 XP.
Ah, dude, sweet.
He could smell the death. Then he remembered he was covered in death, and just made a pile of death, and decided it might be better not to trust his nose, and started following the convenient sign saying, "Old Necromancer this way."
That is a super convenient sign.
Right?
Also read in the old Necromancer's voice. So you know that he put up the sign, and he's like, "Come visit me. I'm lonely."
Just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm not kind.
Dude, old people are often lonely. Visit your grandparents.
Visit your grandparents. Call them. Give them a hug. Sneaking, crawling, and rolling in bear shit through the forest until he finally happened upon the wrinkly old scrote of a necromancer.
He just came across some bear shit and just rolled in it.
Yeah, like he rolled in bear shit as movement. He got
it makes you move faster. Bear shit is it's like liquid speed.
Yeah, it's like forest lube.
Yeah, well, not liquid. It's like paste speed.
Yeah, it's like lithium grease.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until he finally happened upon that old wrinkly scrote of a necromancer. I have finally happened upon you, you wrinkly old scrote of a necromancer.
Of course, I love it.
Oh, Sycamore! You're too late! The immortality ritual is completing, and soon I will curse the entire world with decay. Counteroffer, you could die, screamed Sycamore as he lunged at the old necromancer.
That's hard as fuck.
Old necromancer blasted Sycamore with the ray, and his strength and body mass started to wither away. As his body became lesser and lesser, he continued his charge, grasping onto the necromancer, opening his mouth and revealing that pile of leaves that he had chewed up, and bit hard onto the old necromancer. A small howl spouted out of the necromancer, but he just laughed. Is that really all you've got, boy? You bit me like a child or a mongrel. Yep, that's all I got. And that's all I'll need. As he held onto the old necromancer as hard as his brittle frame would allow, as roots started to erupt from Sycamore and bark started to line his skin, trapping the necromancer with his new form, never killing him, but halting his advances. Maybe not indefinitely, but hopefully in time for a hero with his strength necessary to defeat him. To be continued?
Oh.
Probably not. The end.
Oh my goodness.
So, with that, what I did there, it's like it was
tree?
it was the same tree at the beginning the fucking skeleton stole it, dude.
God damn. Okay, can I say, this story had two, t-shirt moments in it for me.
We're all
counter offer, you die. That one, and they're just trees. You're just flesh.
I do like that one.
That's barbarian as fuck, dude. That was awesome.
Also, I just thought, I was like, what would be a way for someone to be able to stop impact? Like, shit, I don't have featherfall. Leaves. I'll turn into leaves.
Just turn into a pile of leaves. Yeah, super nature cleric. I really felt that. That was great. But he's not a druid. Nature cleric.
No, he's nature cleric.
That was really cool, man. And, I like that we both had an old necromancer. Named Old Necromancer.
Yeah.
Old Necromancer this way. That was a high point for me. I really liked that.
I like the fourth wall breaking.
Man, yeah, rest in peace, Twiglet's parents. I hope Twiglet grows up big and strong.
Yeah, dude, you know when Twiglet grows big enough and that, the fucking charms are gonna stay on there, it's gonna eventually be in his roots?
Yeah.
He's gonna be like a holy tree.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, Twiglet. I hope that we get it to be continued just for Twiglet, if nothing else. Or maybe that tree will pop up in your world, and we know that there's an old necromancer in there.
Everybody's got a Twiglet.
And you gotta be careful, because he's trying to be immortal. Curse the world with Dick K.
It's true. Dick K.
Yeah, I'm sure that, or is that just my ears? Am I still hearing? Am I still got that Wiener Stansylvanian ear, perhaps?
Yeah.
Oh man, we have mid-roll music now.
Oh yeah. That will go in.
Have we talked about the making of those little pieces of music? Because I think it would be good to talk about the software at least. Because we we've used that to make it. Do we want to do that?
I mean, I think it could just go in the description. But, you know, I feel like at this point, we've already devoted this audio time to discussing
we're pretty good at editing things in post.
the best. And humblest.
And humblest. We're the greatest, humblest podcast out there. But, yeah, they're like little tunes. I threw them together. It's called Beatbox. And you can make neat little things with it. I highly recommend trying it.
It's a fun little thing. Even if you don't intend making anything with it, it's a nifty little thing to.
It's fun to play with.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else? Let's see. Everyone. There's one thing. You really hyped yourself up at the beginning of this episode. You said you were going to have a good prompt for next week's episode.
I did say that I was going to have a good prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you mind if I ask what it is?
Yes.
Do you want to say our prompts at the exact same time?
Yeah, let's say our prompts at the exact same time.
All right.
On 3?
Okay. 5, 4, 3.
Regicide.
Fuck. I didn't have one chance.
Okay, regicide.
No, okay. Yeah, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1.
Regicide.
Spiders.
Okay. Regicide and spiders?
What is regicide?
Regicide is king killing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and spiders.
And spiders.
Yeah, see, I'm into this.
Yeah, it's going to be probably a pretty dark tale. It's going to be tales in a dark, spooky tavern. Where are we going to meet next time?
Us?
I think. Yeah. Where do you think we're going to meet? Are we going to meet somewhere spooky for these spooky tales?
Oh, dude, I'm down for meeting somewhere spooky. Do you have somewhere in mind?
There's this really spooky place down towards Wizard Cove.
Dude, I'm in.
Yeah, it's called like the Black Cat Cauldron or something like that, and they serve a dark drink. It's just called dark drink. It stains your teeth black.
I feel like I've had that
And
before,
your mouth
or at
black.
least I've seen Google images of some of it. It's like Kraken and activated charcoal.
I think also it's what's that Burger King burger that makes your poop a weird color? It's some of that in there.
But we're gonna need to link that because I want to know what that is.
I mean, of course, there's. Anyways.
Anyway, that, everybody.
Spiders, regicide. Go to check out our socials. That's the thing that we have.
Yeah, our Instagram is Fiction Friends Pod, or is it just Fiction Friends?
Fiction_friends, and then we're on Facebook. They're linked together. You can get to the one through the other.
Yeah.
Fiction Friends on Facebook, and if you're on YouTube, feel free to do all the YouTube things. There's a like button, there's a dislike button, there's a comment, there's a share.
Yeah, see, that share one's a really powerful one.
Yeah, there's a bell, there's all kinds of stuff. Mostly, I mean, here's the thing. I think if you make the content, the people who like it will listen to it, will come to a certain extent. And we do this for fun, so there's nothing that would stop us from making this content.
It's true.
So, if you like it, just tell your friends about it if you think it's something they enjoy. I mean,
If you don't like it, show people and laugh at how bad it is.
Yeah, if you think we're bad, please. There's nothing wrong with being bad.
No. Like Michael Jackson said, I'm bad.
I'm bad.
Fiction Friends!
This is the end of the podcast.
And this is the way that we're gonna blast it. To blast it. Nope. Oh, fuck. That wasn't the end one.